Saturday at noon here on WBLI.
The Hilliard Gate Sports Center, the IPFW women's volleyball team tasted defeat on the home court for the first time as they were knocked off in 4 games by the Golden Eagles of Oral Roberts University. Tonight, perhaps the most important match of the Mastodons season is on tap as they're entertaining the Western Winds of Western Illinois University. The winner gets an inside track to postseason play next week. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Maas. Welcome to another edition of IPFW Women's Volleyball here on CATV. I'm joined tonight by Kent Mitchell, the girls varsity volleyball coach at Concordia Lutheran High School, filling in for Mark Franke. And Kent, welcome to the telecast. You were here last Saturday night. A tough 4-game match. IPFW lost to a very good Oral Roberts team.
Yeah, I think, there was key points in the game where they broke serve, and they just couldn't get their serve in. I thought that those little key things tonight, they're going to definitely have to get the ball in the court, and they're going to have to be aggressive. The other point that I'd like to make is that last weekend, I thought they could have done a lot better on their blocking schemes. They couldn't get the block closed, and some of those hits were going right between them.
From a psychological standpoint, when a team loses a tough match, how as a coach do you get them to bounce back?
Well, first of all, you've got to keep your team's confidence on those things that they think they did well, and then you've got to build confidence in those things that you think that you need to improve through practice. And you just hope that the practice can make those kids more confident.
These two teams, IPFW and Western Illinois, met in October, and it went 5 games. Could be another long night tonight?
It could be a long night. I was looking at some of the numbers of this Western Illinois team, and they've got very balanced kills throughout the front line. So it's going to be tough for IPFW. They're going to have to keep track of those hitters.
It's a big night. It's senior night. IPFW says thank you to 3 seniors on the women's volleyball team. Stay tuned. Starting lineups in the opening serve coming up next. IPFW and Western Illinois right here on CATV.
I've gone away to a college where the class size is small.
I've gone away to a college with a beautiful campus.
I've gone away to a college that cares about diversity.
I've gone away to a college where I get to live in my own apartment instead of living in a dorm room.
I've gone away to a college that really isn't that far away at all.
I go to IPFW.
IPFW.
I go to IPFW.
To find out more about college life at IPFW, go to our website. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
Life is good, but with a master's degree from IPFW, it could be even better. You could land a promotion, earn more money, become a leader in your field. And IPFW makes it easy. With affordable tuition, night and weekend classes, and more than 20 graduate programs from business to education to public affairs and more. Become the master of your future. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. Your graduate university.
Everybody, and welcome to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm Mike Maas, along with Concordia Lutheran High School varsity volleyball coach Kent Mitchell, and we're ready to call the action in a very big Summit League women's volleyball match tonight featuring the Western Winds of Western Illinois University and the Mastodons of IPFW. It is also senior night here at the Gate Center, and there are 3 seniors on the IPFW women's volleyball team, and they are being honored for their achievements. And you're getting a look at Peachy Jankowski out of suburban Detroit, Michigan, who is the all-time digs leader for a match, a season, and a career over 2,000 digs. And the fans here at the Gate Center saying a very heartfelt thank you very much. Kent Mitchell, welcome to CATV coverage of IPFW women's volleyball. As we said a few moments ago, a big match last week that you saw IPFW losing to Oral Roberts, an even bigger match tonight in terms of potentially making the Elite 14 field for the Summit League Women's Volleyball Championships, which, oh, by the way, will take place on this very court starting a week from tonight.
Yeah, and I would imagine that IPFW's got to be feeling a little bit of the pressure just because they know the tournament's held at their home. To miss out on that would be a travesty for the fans here in Fort Wayne, that's for sure.
The second of the 3 seniors being honored here at the Gate Center is Patty Acevedo from Belo Horizonte, Brazil, by way of Western Nebraska Community College, where she was a 2-time junior college All-American. And there's the 3rd senior, Sonara Martins, also from Belo Horizonte, Brazil. And see to her right, your left was Fabiana Souza, also from Belo Horizonte, Brazil. And it's senior nights are always fun nights, Kent. I know you experienced them with Concordia. And these three ladies have really done themselves and represented themselves and the university very proudly on the volleyball court.
Yeah, you got three really good seniors there. And, you know, it's always a kind of an emotional thing, too. And, you know, at the high school level, sometimes you are real careful about where you put your senior night, given the competition. And, you know, my philosophy always is I want to have my senior night against a team that I feel pretty confident that we have a good record against, because it is so emotional.
Well, in this particular case, there is one match scheduled yet here at the Gates Center for women's volleyball, but that is not until the 24th of November. And between now and then, there still can be much volleyball to be played. Of course, Sunday they're going to play down at IUPUI to finish the regular conference season. And if they're successful in tonight's match, will have a large input in that. The Summit League Championship will be here next Friday and Saturday at the Gates Center. Let's bring you the starting lineups for tonight's match, and we'll start with the visitors. The Westerwinds, as they are known, from Western Illinois University. On the right side is Ashley Baker. She is a 5'11 senior, originally from Effingham, Illinois. Now she actually lives here in Fort Wayne. On the left side is Amy Sauerwein. She is a 5'9 senior from Belleville, Illinois. The center is Sarah Trimpe. She's a 5'7 junior from Norma, Illinois. In the middle will be Erin Frick. Erin is a 6-foot sophomore from Lincoln, Illinois. On the left side is Emily Harrison. She is a 5'11 sophomore from Edwardsville, Illinois. The libero will be Lindsay Muehlbauer. She is a 5'3 sophomore from Shorewood, Illinois. And in the middle, Michelle Donnelly, a 6'2 senior from Bloomington, Illinois. The head coach is Kim McKay, and she is assisted by Steve Williams with the graduate assistant coach Joy Otto. Sixth season you see there for Kim, 54 and 94. We had a delightful chat prior to this match tonight. Now the starters for the home team, the IPFW Mastodons. The libero, Peachy Jankowski, a 5'8 senior from Fraser, Michigan. In the middle will be Rebecca Ream, a 6-foot sophomore from Wilshire, Ohio. Also in the middle, Taryn Parker. Taryn is a 6-foot freshman from Alto, Michigan. On the outside, Sonara Martin. Sonara, a 5'10 senior from Belo Horizonte, Brazil. The center will be Jessica Dominiak. Jessica is a 5'9 junior from Waterville, Ohio. On the outside, a very pleasant surprise, Mayara Schlinvine. Mayara is a 5'10 freshman from Nova Petropolis, Brazil. And also in the middle, Jessica Miller. And Kent, you know Jessica well. She played for you at Concordia Lutheran High School here in Fort Wayne. She is a 6'1 junior. The head coach in her 9th year here at IPFW is Kelly Hartley Hutton. The associate head coach is Steve Floria. The graduate assistant coach is Fabiana Souza. And the trainer is Scott Kinnear. Our officials tonight, the up official will be Dave Sines, and the down official will be John Kinnard. And these two teams met back on Friday the 13th of October. And that was a match where IPFW won games 1 and 3. No, Western, I should say, won games 2 and 4. Western led 13-11 in game 5, but somehow IPFW found some resolve and won game 5 17-15. Both of these teams 10 and 4 in Summit League play in a three-way tie for third place with just 2 matches remaining. And you see IPFW wearing the white jerseys tonight, blue lettering trimmed in white, blue numbers front and back, blue shorts. The exception is Peachy Jankowski, the libero, who wear a black jersey with white trim and white numbers. Western is going to wear, well, I want to say purple. Maroon shirts, purple, with gold numbers trimmed in white, front and back, black shorts. And they'll be going from right to left on your television screen here in game 1. Again, this is a best-of-5 match. And as Kim McKay was telling me, Kent, Western Illinois has had 11 5-set matches this year, so including the one with IPFW back on the 13th of October. So they're expecting a long one here tonight.
Yeah, you know, when I hear that 11 game matches to 5, you know, I kind of think that tells you that this team sometimes has stretches where they lose focus. And if they do that tonight, that will help IPFW greatly.
IPFW has won the toss. They'll serve first. It'll be Peachy Jankowski. And here we go from the gate center. And a quick shot by the setter, Sarah Trimpe. She was the attacker rather than the setter, and Western wins their first point. They're up 1-0, and Trimpe will serve. Again, we play rally point scoring, win by 2. And wow, turnabout fair play as the IPFW setter, Jessica Dominiak, comes up with the kill.
Looks like the setters are going to go at it today.
Jessica, a southpaw, gets her serve over. Trimpe going to the right side. Nice block by Miller. We go the other way. Defensive return. Free ball chance for IPFW. Here is Jessica Miller. What was it like coaching her, Kent?
She was just a delight. She worked very, very hard in the gym. She really helped keep the team focused and on task. Great leadership.
Defensive return by Muehlbauer. Another free ball opportunity for the Dons, and Rebecca Ream comes through.
That was a nice shot.
3-1 is our score. IPFW on top. Game 1 of our best-of-5 match. Glad you could join us tonight on CATV. Sarah Trimpe going to set up Sour Wine. And the block is wide, and Western comes away with the point.
That was something that we saw last week, too, that we were set for the block, but we didn't push the ball inside the court. It would hit out. And that's one thing they've got to focus on tonight.
Emily Harrison with the serve for the Western Winds as the ladies teams are called at Western. Nice swing. Big swing by IPFW. Nice stat so far, Kent. 4 kills and 4 swings without an error. Here's Jamie Schwartz, sophomore from Adams Central High School in Decatur, serving for the Dons. Nice dig that time. Ream, change of pace shot.
They're going to get a chance to, too bad.
Mistimed jump by Rebecca Ream. Oh, a little dink shot by Erin Frick.
You know, IPFW's got to take care of those free balls and transfer those into points.
4-3 is our score. IPFW on top, and now Amy Sauerwein, a 5'9" senior out of Belleville Althoff Catholic High School in Belleville, Illinois, serving. Oh, nice block at the net by Ashley Baker. Western setting up shop. Here's Monique Houston. Nice dig by Martins. Nice diving dig that time by Sauerwein, the longest rally of the match thus far. Sonara Martins off the hand. Trimpe.
That was a really nice hit by Martins. She just came in there and she looked like she was going cross court and went down line.
And Mayara Schlinvine will serve. IPFW up 5-3. Mayara has really come into her own his last few weeks. Overpass. Ream on the right side off the touch.
Nice tool off the block there for Ream.
And a couple of the keys to the match that Kim McKay told us, Western has to play smart, not make silly mistakes. Trimpe setting up Baker, and the left-handed swing of Ashley Baker is successful. 6-4 is our score, and Baker, who after she graduated from high school, her family moved here to Fort Wayne. Martins, little change of pace shot, battle at the net, won by Taryn Parker.
That was a nice block by Parker.
Okay. Would do. 7-4 Mastodons, and here is the jump serve of Rebecca Ream, perhaps the best server on the IPFW team. Dominiak setting up Martins. Yeah, it looks like the Dons are feeling it.
Hey, they are definitely on their game tonight. That was a very quick set, and it looked like she was going to be late. She got there in time and put it right between the block.
8-4 IPFW. Trimpe's got a long way to run, setting up Houston. Nice tag
block.
team block. Parker and Dominiak. So important to have those hands up in the right spot at the net, isn't it?
Yes, it definitely is. And that set was kind of dying fast on the end. She didn't have much to do with it.
Oh, service error on Rebecca Ream. The point and the serve goes over to the Western Winds. 9-5 is our score. Michelle Donnelly in the lineup for Western. Service error, however, by Lindsay Muehlbauer. And Jessica Miller back on for Jamie Schwartz for IPFW. Sonara Martins, one of the 3 seniors here tonight, serving it up. Trimpe going right side for Houston. Dominiak digs that out. Parker, the Grand Rapids, Michigan area, doing well at the net there.
Yeah, you know, she really didn't. She could have set that ball, and she decided to tip it. The defense wasn't ready, and we've got a point.
Jetstream is what Sonara Martins found with that serve here in the Gate Center.
She must have had her Wheaties this afternoon, that's for sure.
Now here is Monique Houston. When these two teams met back in Macomb, Illinois, Houston had a career night with 27 kills. Here is Jessica Miller. Now that is dug out. Sauerwein, little long on the swing. IPFW with the point. Now 12-6, and Peachy Jankowski will start the second rotation of serves. What a career she has had.
Yeah. Mixing it up with the short serve.
Donnelly, and the block by Sauerwein hits the pole. So Western gets the point. And now we'll see Sarah Trimpe, 5'7" junior from Normal, Illinois. Deep serve into the backcourt. Dominiak setting up Schlinvine. That's dug out. Dominiak, dink shot, and Muehlbauer comes up with the dig. Martins with the dig for the Dons. Here is Ream, yes. Off the touch, Rebecca Ream picks up her 3rd kill.
She's just so effective. You know, IPFW switched their offensive set maybe a month ago, and had her on the court all the time, and I think it's just a great decision. She's so offensive.
Nice dig by Dominiak, denying Sauerwein a kill. Oh, double hit called on IPFW. 13-8 is our score. IPFW on top, and here is Emily Harrison to serve. Martins digs it out. Dominiak setting up Miller. Did you teach her that change of pace shot?
Well, you know, I think I didn't teach her all that, but I will tell you this, that she didn't have a lot to do with that set, and I think she made the smart choice, and that's what wins volleyball games, making those smart choices.
Jamie Schwartz in to serve. Trimpe setting up Baker, and Martins' block is wide left. So Western climbs to within 5. It's now 14-9. And Amy Sauerwein will serve. Serve handcuffs Sonara Martins. Good dig by Trimpe. Schwartz with the dig for the Dons. Dominiak goes offensive and gets the break.
Smart play. There really wasn't a lot she could do there.
15-9 is our score. And there is a timeout on the floor. Mastodons on top here in game 1. You're watching IPFW Women's Volleyball on CATV.
Are you in there? What's up? The show's at 7. Whoa. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
Back at the Gate Center, everybody, along with Kent Mitchell, I'm Mike Miles. IPFW on top of Western Illinois in game 1, 15-9. You're seeing the Mastodons break up their huddle. And as a highlight, Kent,
This is where Dominiak takes that and shoves it back into that number 5 zone, and that's just a good place.
IPFW hitting the ball extremely well in game 1 so far.
Yeah.
524.
That's amazing. That's just amazing.
Schlinvine serving for the Dons. Going from left to right on your TV screen here in game 1. Ream. Trippy digs that one, ball high in the air. Muehlbauer, defensive return. Parker, Sauerwein somehow keeps it alive. Dominiak setting up Sonara Martins. Nice dig that time by Ream. Little flip shot, and that's dug out. Houston, and somehow Schlinvine
nice
digs it up. Rebecca Ream keeps it alive. Longest rally of the match thus far. Trippy setting up Baker, and that left-handed swing works to perfection for Ashley Baker.
You know, Mastodons has got to find something to do with this, the right side. They have scored very well on the right side.
The left-handed swing of Ashley Baker is dug out by Jankowski. Ream with a big swing, and she's long. Oh, off the touch, the Dons get the point. 16-10 now our score, IPFW on top. Again, this is game 1 of a best-of-5 match. You played at 30 in games 1, 2, 3, and 4. If we do go to a game 5, it's to 15. Again, win by 2 in all games. Houston is dug out by Jamie Schwartz. Ream hits the tape, and nice pancake dig that time by Sauerwein. But the next swing is long. Good effort by Amy Sauerwein of Western Kent.
Great effort. They seem to be having a little bit trouble handling our serve. They're just not getting real good passes, and then they can't get in their offensive set.
Trippy setting up Houston, and she swings and hits it into the net.
And so far, you said Houston had 27 kills in the
She
first
had
game?
27 kills when these two teams met back on the 13th of October. Timeout called by Kim McKay of Western Illinois. Gives us a chance to tell you that for tickets to IPFW athletic events, you can call 260-481-6000, or you can go to the IPFW Athletics website. It's gomastodons.com. Mastodons tickets are available for individual events or in mini-season packages as well. Again, the phone number is 260-481-6000, or you can go online at gomastodons.com. Kim McKay calling the first of her 2 allotted timeouts, Kent Mitchell, and what do you think she might be saying to her troops right now?
I think, first of all, she's trying to build confidence a little bit in her offense, but, you know, her team is not passing well. The setter's been past the 10-foot line several times, and it's really hard to set your middles, so she's having to go outside or right side. The one thing is their right sides are having some luck. I'm not sure what the hitting percentage just of the right side is, but they're getting some kills over there. So IPFW is going to have to look at that, maybe talk a little bit about that.
Back to the action, Rebecca Ream with the big jump serve, and there's a case. She served it into the net. And Mark Franke has talked to us on prior telecast on how important it is, a team that calls a timeout, winning that first point after the break.
You definitely don't want to miss your serve coming off of a timeout. That's what the team that called the timeout's hoping for.
Taryn Parker is dug out by Sauerwein. Little tip shot by Donnelly is dug out by Jankowski. Dink shots, nice block by Martins.
Block. Very nice.
Muehlbauer hits it. Houston has to go deep into the backcourt. Left side for Sonara Martins. She tries to push it across, and that's snuffed out. Houston, Dominiak hits it wide, blocks it wide. Western comes up with the point.
Looked like she reached under the net and even dug that up.
18-12 is our score. IPFW on top. Lindsay Muehlbauer, the libero for Western Illinois, serving. Martins, a big swing, and it's just inside the line.
It's a nice control shot by Martins, just putting it on the other side of the block.
Sonara's had a fine career here at IPFW. Initially played in the shadow of Fabiana Souza, who holds most of the offensive records, but she's done really well the last 2 years. Baker fools Jankowski and Martins both seem to freeze in the backcourt. And don't look now, but Ashley Baker has 4 kills and 5 swings.
Yeah, she's hitting 800. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good hitting percentage.
Monique Houston serving it up for the Western Winds. Jessica Miller is blocked. Sarah Trimpy and Michelle Donnelly tag team it. And now Western has won 2 points in a row. They've cut the lead to 5, 19-14.
Western's got the setter in the front row, so they got to be mindful of what she's going to do.
Dominiak, and I not think that was by design, but Jessica likes to take the swing, and she found the back corner wide open.
Well, she's got her blocker in this rotation's a little bit short too, so if that girl's not keeping an eye on her, then you're okay.
Rotation number 3 for IPFW on the serve. Baker, big swing, and Ream with a dig. Dominiak gonna set up Ream. Baker on the dig. Dominiak going the other side for Schlindwein.
Wow.
Nice swing by the freshman Mayara Schlindwein.
You know, she had a really good weekend last weekend, and just looks like she's picking up where she's left off there.
It's her first kill of the night. 21-14 IPFW. Oh, battle at the net. And that time, Trippy, I thought Trippy got the point, but evidently not.
Yeah. Jessica Miller is very strong all the way around, and she just out-muscled her there.
Peachy Jankowski will continue to serve. Dug out that time by Ciernak. Oh, nice swing that time, short set. And Michelle Donnelly, who had a career high against North Dakota State last weekend, 22 kills, comes up with the kill there. Here's the setter, Sarah Trimpey to serve for Western. Dominiak setting up Miller. The block is wide by Donnelly. Can't talk about what it's like and talk about the blocking position that time, because Donnelly at 6'3" had the height advantage, but the block went wide left.
Yeah, Jessica Miller just tooled it off their hands. I'm sure Jessica saw those hands and just hit right off of them.
A nice block by the junior from Concordia.
Yes.
24-15 now, IPFW.
And then you just saw Donnelly, she didn't try to tool the block. She really just put it right into Just's hands. Just had great positioning.
Service error by Jessica Dominiak that time. Emily Harrison in for Michelle Donnelly for Western Illinois, and Emily will serve. She's a 5'7" sophomore from Edwardsville, Illinois. Puts it into the backcourt. Jankowski digs it up. Ream blocked that time by Frick. Schlindwein with a big swing. Western gets it over. Mayara Schlindwein again. Oh. Wow. A lot of power in that swing.
That was unbelievable. She just went over the top of Baker. Baker had pretty good positioning, but that was just over the top of her.
25-16 IPFW. Jamie Schwartz in to serve. Trippy setting up Sauerwein and pinballing it.
Yep.
IPFW gets it over. Sauerwein with a big swing. Jankowski with a dig. Schwartz gets it over. Free ball chance for Western. Frick is dug out by Schwartz. Another long rally. Schlindwein with another big swing.
Man.
26-16. Yeah, couple of key digs by Peachy Jankowski kept that point alive. Jamie Schwartz, number 13, serving.
Oh.
Double hit that time.
You had to see that coming. You know, the interesting thing, IPFW as a team is hitting 400. That's a very good. For people who don't understand, you know, the hitting percentage in volleyball is similar to that in baseball. So you're hitting 400, you're playing well.
Another big swing by Schlindwein. She now has 5 kills, I believe.
Yes.
And it's 28-16 IPFW. They're just 2 points away from taking game 1 of our match. And when Miller now into set. And a little bit of a break for Erin Frick. She gets the kill. Monique Houston back in now for Ciernak. 28-17, the Dons on top. And here is Amy Sauerwein to serve for Western. Ream is going to set up Schlindwein. And not quite enough oomph by Mayara.
You know, and I think this is a good rotation for IPFW to score on this team too, because this rotation hasn't been very productive.
Jessica Dominiak setting up Rebecca Ream. and she's long. That's 3 points in a row, won by Western Illinois.
Well, I'm not sure we could use the word won. We've kind of given it to them, and that's the kind of mistakes we can't do.
Another serve coming up for Amy Sauerwein.
There we go.
Dominiak setting up Martins. Oh, that time the block by Frick hit Sonara and bounced out. And timeout is called by Kelly Hartley-Hutton of IPFW. That's her first allotted timeout, first of two. And you get a good look at the Western Illinois bench. Western Illinois, as we mentioned, they are 10-4 like IPFW in Summit League play. They're 14-13 overall. Unlike IPFW, however, Kent, 2 of Western's 10 conference wins are over Oral Roberts, a team IPFW has lost to twice.
Yeah, that's interesting. You know, it's just kind of one of those things where your team matches up well or your team does not match up well as far as personality. And if you know, I think if I was on the bench at IPFW, they're probably saying, hey, we got to clean up our game a little bit and take control.
Well, you see a block there by Aaron Frick. And now the teams are back on the floor. 28-20 IPFW. Amy Sauerwein will continue to serve for Western Illinois. Dominiak setting up Schlinvine. Oh, nice dig by Baker. Sauerwein from the backcourt. Dug out by Martins. Frick is dug out by Peachy Jankowski. This is a big point. Schlinvine
off the hands.
Touch. And we are at game point. 29-20 our score. And Mayara Schlinvine will serve for game one. The IPFW faithful on their feet. Dug out by Sauerwein. Miller setting up Baker. Schlinvine somehow keeps it alive. Martins will just set it over defensively. Mulbauer digs it out. Frick is dug out by Schwartz. Battle at the net. Won by Western. There's the coach in you, Kent. Your thoughts?
Yeah.
The coach you to say,
I know. I just, you know, that the dig looked good, but it was just a little too tight. She couldn't get the setup and couldn't run your offense.
Ashley Baker will throw up a left-handed serve. Western trailing by 8, another game point, and now the serve is long. It's a service error, and IPFW pulls out game one of our best-of-5 match by a score of 30-21. The two teams will change hands, get ready for game two, and we will as well after this timeout. You're watching IPFW Women's Volleyball on CATV.
Life is good, but with a master's degree from IPFW, it could be even better. You could land a promotion, earn more money, become a leader in your field. And IPFW makes it easy. With affordable tuition, night and weekend classes, and more than 20 graduate programs from business to education to public affairs and more. Become the master of the future. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. Your graduate university.
Pizza! Pizza! I must eat. Wait, what is this? Capsicum anum? Agaricus bisporus? Allium cepa?
Can we eat this?
Peppers, mushrooms, and onions. Eat your pizza, man.
Honey.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
What can dinosaur tracks teach us about those long-extinct creatures? On this month's edition of IPFW Up Close, we'll discuss Professor Jim Farlow's recent trip to Spain to track those tracks. Do teachers teach differently from one country to another? Professor Jeff Nowak was in Macedonia this summer teaching teachers to teach. We'll talk to him about that experience and about the new NISTEM program. And we'll talk with the campus coordinator of the United Way Fund Drive to find out more about where your contributions are going. Join me, Susan Alderman, for IPFW Up Close, Sundays at noon.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Heritage Gate Sports Center, along with Concordia Lutheran High School varsity volleyball coach for girls, Kent Mitchell. I'm Mike Maz. IPFW winning game one against Western Illinois, 30-21. Kent, we talked with Western prior to the match, and their keys to win was good defense, no silly mistakes, and make IPFW earn its points. Well, I think Western actually accomplished a lot of what they wanted to, but IPFW did earn their points and won 30-21.
Yeah, IPFW really got on to roll from start to finish. They had a little part right in the middle where they gave up some points, but it didn't hurt them enough because they had built up such a lead. Go ahead.
IPFW's keys, you can see there, block well, aggressive play, and tool the other team. Tell our viewers what tooling means in volleyball.
Tool means you're going to hit off their block and score points so they can't get back into their offense. And IPFW did a lot better job on that today than they did last Saturday.
Some of the key numbers, team numbers in game one, IPFW led in kills 20-12 and assists 20-12. In digs, they were tied at 24, and they had 14 blocks to 2 for Western Illinois. Western will serve first here in game two.
One of the big keys, though, to that first game was a hitting percentage of 136 for Western. That is not good, especially when your opponent is hitting 320.
As you say, similar to baseball, the 300 mark is considered usually pretty good. Here we go. Sarah Trimpe, the setter for Western, will serve. Game two now underway. Schlinvine dug out nicely by Sunak. Donnelly with a big swing, and that's returned. A left-handed dink shot, and the Dons keep it alive. Rebecca Ream dug out. Muehlbauer tries to get it across, but can't quite get enough oomph on it. And IPFW wins point number one of game number two. And now we'll see Jessica Dominiak with that left-handed serve. Trimpe setting up Donnelly.
Oh.
Net violation?
Yep. Looks like it was on Miller.
And you taught her that?
No, I didn't teach her that.
1-1 our score. Emily Harrison in to serve for Western Illinois. Dominiak going left side for Schlinvine. Off the hand of Elise Sunak and into the stands. 2-1 IPFW. Again, this is game two of a best-of-5 match. IPFW won game one 30-21. Trimpe setting up Frick, and that is dug out, and a double hit called on IPFW.
Not a big fan of that call, but you'll have a few of those.
Now, as a coach, how frustrating it is when your setter is called for a double hit?
You know, the one thing is, even though sometimes coaches get really angry at the officials, there isn't anything you can do about it. You can't let them control you, so you've got to just stay focused on your game plan.
Sonara Martins' swing is wide right, and Western Illinois takes a 3-2 lead here in game two. And we mentioned earlier in our telecast that when these two teams met back in October, it went 5. IPFW won games 1-3, and as it turned out 5, Western won games 2 and 4.
Oh.
Diving attempt by Sarah Trimpe, unsuccessful.
That was a really nice dump by Jessica Dominiak. Caught them totally by surprise.
3-3 our score, and here is the freshman from Nova Petrópolis, Brazil, Mayara Schlinvine with the serve. And again, somebody must have opened the door at the one end of the gate center. That ball just floated out of bounds.
Somebody close that door.
4-3 our score, and here is Ashley Baker with a left-handed serve. Ream with that running start. Too much for Baker to handle. We're tied at 4.
I think Western's just really having a problem trying to block some of our hitters tonight.
The jump serve of Rebecca Ream. Dips down, Sauerwein digs it out. Houston comes through with the kill. Monique Houston, 5'10" junior out of Wheeling, Illinois.
That's her second kill of the match.
Far fewer than the 27 she had back on October the 13th. Lindsay Muehlbauer serving. Taryn Parker, and Muehlbauer keeps the ball alive. Good hustle there. Dominiak going left side for Sonara Martins. Dug out by Baker. Jankowski to the rescue with a dig. Houston digs it out for Western. Back and forth we go. Parker, good athleticism, mistimed the jump. Here's Houston. And Houston wins the point for Western Illinois.
That was a rally of tips.
Yeah, maybe Monique Houston is waking up. Dominiak going for Sonara Martins on the left side. Sonara found the open back corner. 6-5 is our score. Western Illinois with the lead, IPFW with the serve, and it will be the senior captain, Sonara Martins. Trimpe setting up Donnelly. Ream with a good hustle dig. Double hit called on Peachy Jankowski. It's kind of hard to ask your libero to be a setter.
Yes. You know, anytime that official sees that ball coming out of your hands spinning like that, it's going to be a whistle.
Here's Monique Houston to serve for the Westerwinds, as the women's teams are called at Western Illinois. Big swing by Jessica Miller. You'll take all the credit for that.
Yeah. She learned that in the Concordia Gymnasium.
Which is not too far from here. Peachy Jankowski will serve for the Mastodons. They trail 7-6 in game 2. Deep serve for Peachy. Battle at the net between Trimpe and Jessica Miller. Dominiak setting up Miller.
Nice.
Jessica now has 6 kills.
6 kills.
In 8 swings, not bad.
Yeah. Hitting 825.
We're tied at 7. Peachy Jankowski will continue to serve. Sour wine is dug out by Peachy. Schlinvine dug out that time by Ciernak. Dominiak smacked it into the net. Tried to catch Western asleep at the switch, so to speak.
She was a little too far off the net to take that swing. Usually you want the setter to be just a little bit tighter than that.
Sarah Trimpe to serve. Dominiak going left side for Schlinvine. Sauerwein keeps it alive. Muehlbauer has to get it over defensively. Free ball chance for IPFW. Good hustle dig by Ciernak. Now that time easy pickings for Michelle Donnelly.
You know, it's really tough. You get a free ball and you can't get in your offense, and that's, you settle for a tip. Coaches don't want to see that.
Michelle Donnelly now with 4 kills on the night. Dominiak again attacks. Nice diving dig by Trimpe. Sauerwein, did she hit the pole? I think she did hit the pole, which is an IPFW point. So the Dons claw to within 1, 9-8, and Jessica Dominiak will serve. Trimpe setting up Baker. Nice dig by Dominiak. Martins to Schlinvine, and that's long. As a coach, Kent, do you spend much time with your other players other than the setter in practice to try to get them to set if they need to during the course of a rally?
You know, I've been in a few IPFW practices, and I know that they work on that out of system, ball handling. You got everybody on the team these days has to be able to have good hands. You may not be able to set the offense, but you got to at least put a ball up there so a hitter can take care of it.
Mayara Schlinvine with her 7th kill of the night. 10-9 Western, IPFW serving. Baker, the left-handed shot. Dominiak with a nice dig. Good block by Sauerwein at the net. Ream.
Oh. That was a very late call. Very late call. Very late call.
Oh, they're calling 4 hits as Dave signs are up official. Western gets the point. Kelly Artley Hutton saying, what are you talking about?
The second ball.
I know, and then we kept
No.
Official.
That was the 3rd hit on the play.
I'll be honest, I didn't see 4 hits on the play.
It looked like it went off the hands, and then we got back in our offense fast and get a kill, and that's just very, you know, coaches want, if he would have blown that whistle right after that happened, I don't think we'd be having this argument, but that was a very late call.
Well, the point goes to Western. They're up 11-9. Amy Sauerwein will serve. Let's see how the Dons respond. Schlinvine with a big swing.
Man, she is.
Off of the hand of Sauerwein. That's one way to get back at him.
That is.
So now it's 11-10. The Dons trailing by 1, and here is Mayara Schlinvine to serve. What a nice find out of Nova Petropolis, Brazil. Neilbauer has to go a long way to dig out the serve. Baker, a dink shot. Reed keeps it alive, only temporarily, however. And the Western Winds build their lead back up to 2, 12-10. And here is Ashley Baker. Somehow Jankowski got it across. Baker, a big swing.
Baker's really motivated.
Is she allowed to come into that 3-meter line, Kent? She was the setter in the back-court.
Right.
Well,
she just has to jump behind the 3-meter line.
Well, we'll talk more about this after the break. Timeout called. 13-10 Western. This is IPFW Women's Volleyball on CATV.
Do you have everything you need? Paper, pencils?
We only ask that you do your best.
And make you a snack.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Back at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, you see the Western Winds of Western Illinois University huddled around their head coach, Kim McKay. Western lost game 1 to IPFW 30-21, but they lead game 2 13-10. You see some of the crowd here in attendance tonight at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. Facility, when it's filled to capacity, seats 2,500. Ashley Baker, originally from Effingham, Illinois. Now she calls Fort Wayne home, serving it up for Western Illinois. Rebecca Ream with a big swing, and off the touch gets the point. Houston and Aaron Frick could not handle that swing by Rebecca Ream. Now, the sophomore from Ohio serves it up. And that time, winning the joust, the number 8 in a maroon uniform, Sarah Trimpe, outdoing IPFW's number 8, Sonara Martins. Lindsay Muehlbauer, the 5'3" sophomore, libero, serving it up for Western Illinois. Martins, handcuff Baker, actually had it in her hands. 14-12 now the score. The Western lead cut to 2, and for Sonara Martins, she now has 5 kills on the night.
Nice job.
And now the senior will serve. Trimpe going to Houston on the right side. Ream digs it out. Jessica Miller off the hand of Baker.
You know, Jessica went down line on that. She's lined up with the setter, and the setter's only 5'7", so that's sort of a mismatch there that they can use.
Another chance for IPFW to tie up game 2. Trimpe setting up Donnelly. And a little bit of a miss hit by Michelle Donnelly. I think she mistimed her jump.
Yeah, looks like she left a little bit early.
So we are tied at 14, and now here is Sonara Martins again with the serve. Little knuckleball type serve. Houston on the right side, and Jankowski tried to dig it up cleanly, but Jessica Miller couldn't catch up to it. So Western retakes the lead. Western hitting .292 so far in game 2. Monique Houston serves it over. Diving effort.
Nice job by the libero.
Thought that there might be 4 hits. Crowd is screaming for 4 hits, but Trimpe's little dink shot goes wide right. Heard a lot of fans or new officials behind us, Kent, saying 4, 4, 4.
Well, I'll tell you, the IPFW fans, they watch a lot of volleyball. They're very knowledgeable.
Tied at 15. Donnelly, big swing, nice dig by Sonara Martins. Ream throws it up. Baker with that left-handed shot into the net. Ashley Baker not happy with herself there.
No.
And for the second time in game 2, IPFW, actually third time, IPFW has the lead 16-15. Led 1-0 and 2-1. Jankowski serving. Overpass. Oh, nice recovery by Donnelly. Sauerwein off the top of the net.
Let's get it.
Oh, Schlindwein mishit it.
Just hit a little too soft. Got to put a little more punch on that one.
Well, we are tied again at 16, and here is Sarah Trimpe to serve. Martins digs it out. Dominiak for Miller. Wide right. Western Illinois retakes the lead, 17-16. Jankowski digs out the Trimpe serve. Schlindwein on the left side. Whoa! Mayara Schlindwein having a nice night.
And Western's trying to figure out their blocking right now. I look a little bit frustrated on that play.
9 kills for Mayara Schlindwein. Trimpe for Donnelly. Dug out by Martins. Schlindwein off the touch.
Number 10.
Double-digit kills for the freshman Mayara Schlindwein. IPFW retakes the lead, 18-17. Big left-handed serve, overpass almost. Nice block. Donnelly and Sauerwein combined. Looked like Rebecca Ream had kill all over, but not the case. Emily Harrison into serve for Western Illinois. We're tied at 18. Back and forth we go. Service error, hitting the top of the net and heading backwards.
Looked like she mishit that.
Ken, I have to ask you, you being a high school coach, are you happy with the rally point scoring that now is taking place for the last few seasons?
Oh yeah, I love it. It's just so much. It's so exciting. Everything you do means something. There's a point accessed, and it's just fun.
Dominiak digging out the Baker swing. Trimpe setting up Aaron Frick. Nice dig that time by Peachy. Baker and Jankowski with another dig. Schlindwein, change of pace shot.
That's in.
Everybody thinking that Mayara Schlindwein would go strong, and instead, with a touch of a feather.
Yeah, and they've timeout.
Timeout called by Western Illinois. And gives us a chance to invite you to learn more about Mastodon sports by tuning into Mastodon Spotlight each Wednesday and Friday here on College Access Television. Yours truly, Mike Maas, reviews recent IPFW sports activities. We look at game footage when possible and visit with coaches and players. Again, Mastodon Spotlight now in its 9th year. You can see it on Wednesdays at 7:30 and Fridays at 6:30 right here on CATV. Kent Mitchell replay here, and a little change of pace shot by Mayara Schlindwein. She's been hitting the ball so hard. She pulled the string that time.
Yeah, she is having a great match. Let me see how many kills she has now.
I think it's 11.
11 kills. She's hitting 400. That is very, very good.
You see the IPFW bench there, and there's a future, perhaps, Mastodon in the crowd tonight. On your right, you see in the blue shirt is Craig Hutton, the husband of IPFW head coach Kelly Hartley Hutton. Players back on the floor. Jamie Schwartz, the sophomore out of Decatur, Indiana, Adams Central High School, will continue to serve. Trimpe setting up Sauerwein. Nice dig by Dominiak. Little tip shot.
Another dig by Dominiak.
Schlindwein, and now she goes. Somehow the Dons keep it alive. It'll be a defensive return by Martins. Free ball chance for Western Illinois. So, a nice block by Schlindwein. Well, when it's going good, it's going good. And Mayara Schlindwein had her arms up in the right place at the right time if you're an IPFW fan.
she's just playing great. She has improved so much throughout the season.
Baker mishits it into the net. Now the advantage is 4 for the Mastodons, 22-18. Here in game 2, IPFW won game 1, 30-21. Battle at the net. Rebecca Ream says thank you very much. Little overpass.
Western may be having to call another timeout here real soon, and they can't let this score get away.
And they do exactly that. They do call their second and final timeout. So, you are the coach, Kent Mitchell.
Yeah.
You're down 5. What do you do to rally the troops?
You know, I could tell by looking at those girls, they were losing a little bit of confidence. And as a coach, when you see that, you got to get them off the floor. The first thing she's got to do is she's got to tell them, hey, this is what we need to fix. And then I think the last half of her timeout's got to be building their confidence that they can meet those expectations. I would probably come out on the court with a play. This is what we're going to do. If we get a good pass, we're going to have this set, and we want to kill. So the hitter knows I'm getting the ball, and they're going to have confidence in themselves.
Yeah, the teams break their respective huddles, head back onto the floor.
And I would say if Baker's in the front row, you could look to maybe see that ball go to Baker, and she is.
Well, Jamie Schwartz will once again serve for IPFW. It's the top of the net and a fortuitous break. Ball's direction was altered. It hit Elise Cernak's wrist and fell straight to the ground. So officially, it's a service ace for Schwartz. The lead now up to 6, and now turnabout fair play as Jamie serves it into the net for a service error.
That was a nice run by Jamie Schwartz.
Well, when she started serving, it was 19-18, and now it's 24-19. Amy Sauerwein serving it up for Western Illinois. Sonara Martins blocked nicely by Baker and Frick, and Rebecca Ream swings and hits it wide right. And a little bit of hope now for the Western Winds. They've won 2 points in a row and draw to within 4, 24-20. Jankowski digs out the Sauerwein serve. Schlinwein off the touch. A puzzled look by Ashley Baker.
Yeah, the blockers took her line and she went cross court. Couldn't do much about that.
Mayara Schlinwein with a 3-step jump serve. Trippy setting up Houston. And Monique Houston blasts it where.
I don't know if you noticed, but Trippy was blowing a bubble as she set that ball.
No, I didn't notice that. I just know she made a nice set to Monique Houston. Overpass, and Sarah Trimpey makes IPFW pay. And just like that, the lead cut to 3, 25-22. Good look at Ashley Baker, senior. Service error, just a bit long.
That really helps us because on her serve, they've kind of went on some runs, and now we don't have to worry about that.
Rebecca Ream with a big serve. Dug out by Sauerwein. Houston left side, nice block by Perrin Parker. The freshman from Alto, Michigan makes her presence felt. 27-22 IPFW.
You know, Houston's only got 5 kills tonight.
Another jump serve by Rebecca Ream. Baker just over the 3-meter line, dug out by Jamie Schwartz. Nice hustling dig there. Sauerwein with a dig. Schwartz keeps it up in the air. Defensive return coming up by IPFW. Free ball chance for Western Illinois. Monique Houston, little long, little strong. 28-22 IPFW. They now have won 3 points in a row.
I'd be looking for it to go to Baker if they get a good pass.
Yes. Having to chase it down. Oh, Baker does get it, but it has to be a defensive return. Sonara Martins, nice dig that time by Muehlbauer.
Oh, out.
That time she swung. And it's game point. Again, that time the ball cleared the net, but on the wrong side of the net. 29-22. And Ray goes just long.
I thought that baby was in.
It was close.
But the line's judge, Mr. Rick Halls, he's pretty good. He's very good. So
Lindsay Muehlbauer to serve for Western Illinois. Dominiak setting up Sonara Martins. Dink shot hits the net. Houston keeps it alive. Donnelly is blocked by Martins and Taryn Parker. And game 2, like game 1, goes to IPFW. The game 2 score 30-23. Mastodons taking a commanding 2-0 lead in the best-of-5 match. We've got a 10-minute break coming up. We'll take a timeout, come back, and look at what's transpired thus far here on the court. IPFW now leading this match 2-0. And we're back in a few moments right here on CATV.
I guess I'm like most kids. I work hard, I go to class, and I want a degree that's going to mean something. I had offers from other universities, but I wanted the best out of my college choice. I wanted a great education and the campus life to go with it. Student housing, Division I sports, I found it all right here at IPFW. Hey, this is my university, my life, so it's got to feel right. I'm really glad I chose IPFW. I love it here. Go to their website.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
This is the training manual for a 747. And these are all the documents the average homeowner signs at closing. Now, no one climbs into the cockpit of a 747 without knowing this inside and out. On the other hand, most people don't even read these, even though they're making the biggest purchase of their lives. In all fairness, it's not easy reading. That's why the Mortgage Bankers Association made this, the simple facts. Something you can read and actually understand long before closing. It is not a sales tool. And because it was created by the Mortgage Bankers Association, it doesn't promote any single bank or type of mortgage. It's just designed to help you get the mortgage that makes the most sense for you. Get your copy at homeloanlearningcenter.com. That's homeloanlearningcenter.com. The simple facts. The name says it all.
Life is good. But with a master's degree from IPFW, it could be even better. You could land a promotion, earn more money, become a leader in your field. And IPFW makes it easy. With affordable tuition, night and weekend classes, and more than 20 graduate programs from business to education to public affairs and more. Become the master of your future. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. Your graduate university.
Back, everybody, to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW. Along with Concordia Lutheran High School girls volleyball coach Kent Mitchell, I'm Mike Miles. We're between games 2 and 3 of our best-of-5 match, which so far has gone the way of the blue and white. Big conference match tonight. You see the Summit League Conference standings entering play tonight. You see the 5 teams log-jammed at the top. South Dakota State, Oral Roberts tied for first place at 11-3. And then you look down, you see North Dakota State, IPFW, and Western Illinois all at 10-4. Now, we've mentioned this on prior telecasts. The Summit League Women's Volleyball Championships will take place next week here at the Gates Center, but only 4 teams will make it. And you see the 5 teams separated by just 1 game. Other action in the conference tonight. Centenary is at South Dakota State, UMKC is at Oakland, and in a big match in Fargo, the Bison of North Dakota State will be hosting Oral Roberts. So that's tonight, and then tomorrow, Western Illinois is at Oakland, Centenary is at North Dakota State, UMKC is at IUPUI, and Oral Roberts is at South Dakota State. And then Sunday afternoon, IPFW will wrap up the regular season by traveling down to Indianapolis to take on the Jaguars of IUPUI. IPFW in game 1 jumped out to an early lead, never trailed. You see some of the numbers. Kills favor IPFW 37-22, assists 36-22, digs 48-43, and blocks 7-4. The Mastodons through 2 games hitting 260. The Western Winds hitting just 108. IPFW, as I said, took some control and never really trailed in game 1. Well, teams went back and forth a little bit in game 2, but IPFW broke away from an 18-all tie. You see some of the individual numbers for the Mastodons. Mayara Schlinfein with 12 kills, Jessica Miller with 8, Rebecca Ream with 7, and for Western Illinois, Ashley Baker with 7, Monique Houston with 5, and Michelle Donnelly with 4. We'll see some highlights from games 1 and 2 coming up momentarily. And Kent, as we are about to see these highlights roll, your thoughts of what you have seen thus far here tonight?
I just think IPFW is playing pretty efficient. They're minimizing their mistakes, and they're capitalizing on Western's mistakes.
That time Sarah Trimpe won the battle over Sonara Martins at the net for Western. Great slow-mo shot. Big swing by Jessica Miller.
Right down the line and over the top of the setter, which is only 5'7".
Monique Houston, who had 27 kills when these teams played in Macomb on October 13th, held to just 5 kills thus far here tonight. Big swing by Mayara Schlinvine, and I would think right now, Kent, that I think the difference in this match from an individual standpoint is the freshman Mayara Schlinvine.
She's playing, they got to figure out what they're going to do with her, and I just don't think they have. We kind of have a mismatch. And on her, and it's good for us, bad for them.
Good block there, and again, IPFW controlling this match thus far. They are ahead 2-0. We will take a break, and then we'll put Coach Kent Mitchell to work and ask him what he thinks Western Illinois has to do to get back into this match. But that's after this timeout. You're watching IPFW Women's Volleyball on CATV.
That book was all right.
You know, if she continues to spill product at a rate of 3 per hour, unit cost, say 60 cents. Factor in breakage, downtime, lost sales. You're looking at $2,400 a month. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
What do triglycerides or trigs have to do to get noticed? Heart disease and stroke? Really? We should pay her more attention. Normal triglycerides are below 150. High triglycerides increase your risk of heart disease. And if you're a woman, that risk goes up even more. After standing in the shadows of good and bad cholesterol, triglyceride, also known as the forgotten fat, is ready to share the spotlight and the attention. Next time you have your cholesterol or blood fats tested, ask your doctor about the role triglycerides play in your heart health. Remember to ask your doctor about the good, the bad, and the forgotten fat. For more information on all of your blood fats, the good, the bad, and the forgotten, go to ForgottenFat.com. And remember, normal triglycerides are under 150.
This message brought to you by Sister to Sister, working together for healthy hearts.
Back here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, you see the game scores from games 1 and 2 of our best-of-5 match. The home team, IPFW, victorious in game 1, 30-21, and in game 30-23 over the visitors from Macomb, Illinois, the Western Winds of Western Illinois University. Mastodons are back on the floor. We're still waiting the arrival of Western Illinois. Kent Mitchell, you are a coach and been a very successful coach. You had a nice run this year with Concordia, and fortunately you ran into the eventual state champion Belmont Squalls in the regional finals, but put yourself in Kim McKay's place. You're down 2-0, a match that you really need to win if you want to pretty much solidify getting a postseason spot. What did you tell your girls in the locker room?
Well, I think, first of all, they've got to get, Houston's got to get hitting a little better. She's hitting 0. She had 27 kills before in the prior match, and she has 5. They've got to pass better. If they do not get the ball to their setter in a position where she can run the offense, they're in trouble. The coach has got to build confidence in her team because they need this next game or it's done. They lose. So I think she's trying to build confidence, talking about what they can do, what they're capable of doing, but she definitely has to get Houston and the rest of the team more offense.
Well, Western just now coming back onto the floor. And literally the players that are starting game 3 coming out of the locker room onto the floor. Look at that little cutie. And Kelly may want to try to recruit her, or maybe it's Arnie. I can't, I should know better. I don't know if it's a guy or a gal. I'm going to say it's a little boy. I'm going to guess.
I don't know.
Well, in any event, hopefully that person will be a Mastodon at some point.
The Mastodons look pretty relaxed coming back on the court. Another thing is maybe they had a much better game plan coming into this match because they already have played them. And then I believe they did change their lineup since they last saw them. So that kind of throws a little wrench in what Western wanted to do.
Well, here is Peachy Jankowski, the senior from the northern suburbs of Detroit, serving, and game 3 is underway. Big swing for Donnelly, and Rebecca Ream digs it out. Schlinvine, and that is kept alive. Donnelly again, a little dink shot. Long rally, and forward knees. Rebecca Ream gets it over. Big swing for Sauerwein, however, and Western will win the point, but what a swing from her knees by Rebecca Ream.
You like to see your players, working hard, and that's exactly what you got there.
Here is Sarah Trimpe, the setter, serving for Western. Dominiak setting up Schlinfine on the left side, little touch shot, kept alive. Cernak throws it up, Martins digs it out. Jessica Miller, nice block that time. Michelle Donnelly taking advantage of her 6 feet 2 inches of height. And it is 2-0 Western. Trimpe with another float serve. Dominiak setting up Schlinfine. Nice block by Baker.
Yeah, that set was tough.
A quick timeout is called by Kelly Hartley. Hutton will take one as well. 3-0 Western wins. This is IPFW Women's Volleyball on CATV.
Mom, Dad, you know we love kids, and I've made a decision that will totally change my life. Cameron's too. It's a huge responsibility, leading someone into, who knows, communication or science or math. That's what life's all about, right? Learning so you can pass on knowledge to younger minds. Dad, Mom, I want to be a teacher.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
Back at the Gates Center, Western Illinois off to a hot start in game 3. They have won the first 3 points of game 3 of our match, but they trail in the match 2 games to none. Off the IPFW timeout, Sarah Trimpe will continue to serve. Sarah, 5'7" junior out of Norma, Illinois. Let's see what adjustments IPFW has made. Martins, and that time Donnelly swings it and hits the arm of Schlinvine. Kent, we talked during the break, so often a team that's up 2-0 seems to relax and maybe come out flat as a pancake in game 3.
Yeah, you kind of relax. You think you've got the game match in the bag, and then the other team's like a wounded animal. They're going to fight and scratch and work really hard to win.
Nice swing by Jessica Miller. She picks up her 9th kill of the night, and IPFW finally on the board. Baker handcuffs Peachy Jankowski, and Western gets that point right back. It's now 5-1 Western wins. Emily Harrison in to serve. Conventional baseline serve. Dominiak setting up Schlinvine on the left side, and it's just long. That was close. One of the few hitting errors tonight by Schlinvine. Western now out in front, 6-1. Nice dig that time by Cernak. Martins kept it alive. It'll be a free ball chance coming up for Western Illinois. Trimpe setting up Baker. Right now, momentum wearing maroon with white and gold. I can't recall the last time the Dons were down 7-1 in a game.
Yeah, they better pick it up real quick. They need some offense.
Miller is blocked by Erin Frick.
Kelly Hartley's wasting no time. She's going to call her second and last time out.
gives us a chance to let you know that the latest Mastodon scores and stats are available on the World Wide Web by going to GoMastodons.com. There you can check up on all the teams, players, and the programs. You can check on them anytime you like. Again, it's the official Mastodon website, GoMastodons.com. That website put together by Sports Information Director Rudy Jovich. Rudy and I had a chance to have lunch together this afternoon, and he's been a big help in our telecast and broadcast over the past several years. Now, game 3 right now, IPFW hitting a minus 400 as compared to Western Illinois' plus 429. Might be one reason why the score is 8-1.
Yeah, just a little. IPFW's they've got to pass a little bit better, and then they got to get in their offense. And they're not clicking right now.
Well, both a lot of timeouts now in the books. Emily Harrison continues to serve, and let's see what happens here. Dominiak setting up Ream, and the Dons get a break. The ball hit the net, glanced off, I believe, Elise Ciernak, and bounced backwards. So it is 8-2. Jamie Schwartz in to serve. Jessica Miller out.
Now we need to serve very aggressive, and we got to get on and run. Got to have a mini run, get a few points, and eat away at this lead.
Trimpe setting up. Oh, nice dig that time by Dominiak. As Frick was ready to unload. Other side for Baker, just inside the line. Ashley Baker now with 10 kills. Well, you don't want to give an underdog a chance and wake her up, or you never know what may happen. Schlinvine from the right side.
That's in the stands.
Big swing. Trimpe tried to dig it, but the ball floated, as you said, into the stands. So now the score is 9-3. IPFW trailing by 6, and here is Mayara Schlinvine from Nova Petropolis, Brazil, to serve. Baker setting up Houston on the left side. Martins digs it out. Ream, big swing off the hand of Jobauer. Rebecca Ream, who leads his team in the season in kills, comes through with a big one there. It's now 9-4.
Oh, that one floated out.
Service error on Schlinvine. 10-4 the score. Now left-handed Ashley Baker will serve. And she goes long. Each team committing a service error. Well, it's still relatively early in the sense that it's 10-5 and you play to 30. Ream with a jump serve. Trimpe setting up Houston. Nice dig that time by Jamie Schwartz. Dominiak goes
nice
offensive.
Job.
Nice dig by Jessica. Ream setting up Sonara Martins. Baker with a defensive dig. Off the touch. Monique Houston picks up a kill. That's her first kill here in game 3. 11-5 is our score. Western Illinois on top, and their libero, Lindsay Muehlbauer, to serve. Dominiak setting up Martins. And that's wide left. And frowns on the faces of IPFW and a few smiles on Western Illinois.
Well, we're making some silly mistakes, and we're not blocking as well as we did before. We've got to get those two things in line.
Dominiak for Taryn Parker, and net violation, I think.
Yep.
Called on Monique Houston. Well, let's see if the Dons can capitalize on the break.
We just need 2-3 points in our serve. Break their serve, get 2-3 points, and we can get back into this.
Houston off the fingertips of Taryn Parker comes through with the kill for Western Illinois. She now has 7 in the match, 2 in this game, and she will serve. Monique Houston, a 5'10 junior from Wheeling, Illinois. Jessica Miller, nice block. Trimpe and Donnelly combined.
You know, one of the keys that Kelly said for this game was to tool, and they've got to remember that they need to hit off those hands. They don't want to hit into them.
Parker on the right side, and that's blocked by Donnelly. Ream tries to throw it in the backcourt, and Mulbauer digs it out. Nice block by Parker. Free ball chance coming up for IPFW. Jessica Miller.
There you go.
Patience paid off that time. IPFW stayed with the play.
And she went right over the top of the smaller blocker.
Now a 14-7 Western Illinois lead. Peachy Jankowski will serve for IPFW. Kind of a flat serve, but Sauerwein gets it over. Schlenfein in his part, that hit the top of the net and came back.
Yep.
Point Western. Tough break for IPFW there. 15-7, Sarah Trimpe to serve. Dominiak throws it up for Miller. Mulbauer digs it out. Short set for Donnelly, but she sits it wide. It's now 15-8. Dominiak will serve for IPFW. Trimpe setting up Sauerwein, and that's wide. And 2 points in a row now for the Mastodons, Kent.
And that's good. You know, we need to get 2 or 3 points each time we serve and limit them to only one transition point.
Float serve by Dominiak. Baker, nice dig by Dominiak. If you go get the point. Excuse me, look what I have. Looked like Ashley Baker had kill. Not to be the case. 15-10. Trimpe setting up Baker again, and that's in. Interesting that Western went right back to Ashley Baker.
Yeah, I think she's one of their kill leaders, and they've got to get the ball in her hand. And I think that's what she wants, and maybe that's the talk that happened at the break.
Schlenfein from the left side. Wow. Off of Trimpe, almost into the concession stand. The deficit is 5, 16-11. Jamie Schwartz in to serve for the Dons. IPFW up in the match, 2-0. Sauerwein, nice dig by Dominiak, and Schlenfein keeps it alive. Mulbauer with a dig. We go to Baker.
Nice job.
Dominiak digs it, battle at the net. Ream goes to the backcourt, and that's dug out. Dominiak with another dig.
Nice job.
Schlenfein, dug out by Trimpe. Baker, and it's blocked wide by Martins and Ream. Point Western Illinois.
You know, Baker's left-handed, and when that ball comes up tight to the net, it's just natural for her to swing at it.
17-11, Amy Sauerwein to serve. Float serve, dug out. Schlenfein right side. Mayara Schlenfein now 15 kills on the night.
15 kills and hitting 290.
And she will serve. IPFW trailing 17-12. As she improved as the season has gone on. Trimpe throws it up for Baker. Martins in the air. Back to Sonora. Houston with a dig now. A chance, perhaps. Ream comes through, and Mulbauer has it. Dominiak setting up Martins. Long rally. Houston left side. Martins keeps it up at the net. Martins to Here we go, right side for Baker with that left-handed shot. And finally, Western picks up the point. A long rally.
Yep. It was a long rally, but man, we had some nice volleyball there. Baker goes down line.
And right now, before Western serves, Kim McKay asked the down official, John Kinnard, to make sure that the rotation is in the correct order. And it'll be Baker to serve. Dominiak going left side for Sonara Martins, and that's long. And now it's 19-12, Western Illinois. Substitution is Patty Acevedo, the third of the 3 seniors tonight, replacing fellow senior Sonara Martins. Ironically, both of those gals from Belo Horizonte, Brazil.
Got a little fresh blood in here, well rested. Let's see if she can come in and get some kills.
Jump serve by Ashley Baker. Free ball chance at the net, Parker! Oh, and somehow Muehlbauer comes to the rescue for Western. Ream, change of pace. Oh, nice dig by Sauerwein. And the block is wide. Houston will get the kill. Western now up 20-12.
We got to get the ball back. We need some big rallies now.
Schwartz in the backcourt. Dominiak setting up Acevedo.
Powered that ball.
Well, Kelly Hartley Hutton has said Patty Acevedo may be a starter on many other teams. Yeah. Nice weapon to have coming off the bench.
She looks really strong, that's for sure.
Big jump serve by Rebecca Ream. Overpass! And somehow Houston throws it back. Acevedo left side. And somehow Baker almost kept it alive. Houston couldn't catch up to it. 2 points in a row by IPFW. Now it's 20-14. Trimpe setting up Baker, that left-handed swing, and it's off the touch. And that stops the small IPFW run. And we'll see Lindsay Muehlbauer serving. Deep into the backcourt. Acevedo again. Patty Acevedo coming off the bench and doing rather nicely. She's got 3 kills and 4 swings. Now let's see if the rest of her teammates can catch fire. They're trying to get Sonara Martins in for the libero. Are they going to let it? Not going to let it? This is interesting.
That is interesting. I thought she had plenty of time. He hadn't called for serve. I don't understand this.
Muehlbauer keeps it alive. Trippy throws it over. Let's see if IPFW can keep their composure. Miller with a big swing. The Dons finally get the point. And now Sonara Martins will come in. 21-16. The lead cut to 5.
And you saw a perfect example of tooling the block right there.
And Sonara will serve. It might fire her and the team up. You never know.
Yep. It certainly fired the coaching staff up.
Ream with the dig. Here's Jessica Miller. Overpassed, and Parker puts it away. Now it's 21-17, and timeout called by Western Illinois. Well, nice little run by the Dons. They were down 20-12, 20-14. Now it's 21-17, Kent.
You know, they came out, they served tough. More importantly, they served the ball in the court. And then they just cleaned up their game. They didn't make any silly mistakes. When they didn't have offense or the set that they wanted, they got the ball on the other side and allowed Western to make some mistakes.
And here's a replay of this last point. Nice there, right there, net play by the freshman Taryn Parker out of Alto, Michigan. Well, IPFW now in the plus column hitting wise. They're at 073, where early in this game they were a minus 400 plus. Western hitting 265.
Now, you know, we talked about coming out of a timeout and you have serve. You want to make sure that your server puts that ball in the court. You just don't want to break your serve at this point. You've got the momentum. You want to keep your scoring run going.
Well, we'll tell you more about the Royal Dons Club after this next play. Chance where you can participate in IPFW athletics. Houston off the timeout comes through with the kill. Big point for Western Illinois. 22-17, and Monique Houston will serve. Misses the ball a couple of times. Dominiak going to Jessica Miller. Yes,
another kill.
And for Jessica Miller, that is kill number 12 tonight. 22-18. IPFW down by 4. Peachy Jankowski to serve. Trimpey setting up Donnelly, and Martins digs it out. Trimpey going back to Sauerwein, and Jankowski will keep it alive. Miller on the run, off the touch. Big point for the Dons. Talk about that run.
Well, it's just nice when you can can pass the ball and get in your offense so fast, and the blockers can't react. And they got there late, and she tooled them.
At the net, and Trippy outduels Schlinvine and Miller. That's a big point. Dons could have cut it to 2. Instead, they trail by 4.
Well, more importantly is that we get a really good pass, and we are in our offense right away.
Dominiak going left side for Mayara Schlinvine. Dug out by Ciernak. Donnelly. Dominiak throws it up. Miller! Yes! Well, the Dons stole one that time.
They did. Miller really didn't have a shot. She just cut it in the to zone 1, and we got a point.
23-20 Western. Dominiak hits the top of the net. Donnelly. And they're going to say the ball hit the ground floor, so it's a point for Western Illinois. Emily Harrison to serve. We get a look at Michelle Donnelly on the Western Illinois bench. Dominiak throws it up for Mayara Schlinvine.
It's out.
It should be an IPFW point, hit the pole. So it is 24-21, and now's the time for IPFW to make the run. Jamie Schwartz in to serve. IPFW heading the match 2-0. They'd like to close it out in 3. However, a service error on the part of Jamie Schwartz. Amy Sauerwein will serve. Dug out by Peachy Jankowski. Schlinvine, a little tip shot. Sauerwein digs it out. Baker, that left-handed shot, splitting Schwartz and Dominiak. Can't give a senior like Ashley Baker the room and the time.
Baker came out this game, and she's really stepped up her play.
Dominiak setting up Schlinvine, and blocked that time by Aaron Frick. And it's 27-21 Western. Acevedo back in for Martins. Amy Sauerwein continues to serve, top of the net. And Reed hits it. Big break. Dominiak kept it alive, and Rebecca Reed put it away.
And right here, IPFW's got to just get the serve in, and they got to play great defense at the net. And that means the first line of defense is blocking.
Schlinvine with the serve. Oh, what a serve by Schlinvine. Baseball pitcher would be proud. That ball broke down and away.
The bottom dropped out of that serve, that's for sure.
Service ace for Mayara Schlinvine. So can she do it again? Sauerwein digs it out. And a short set, and Aaron Frick puts it away. Frick with their 4th kill of the night, and it's 28-23. Western wins. Baker with a left-handed serve. Acevedo blocked nicely by Frick, and it's game point Western Illinois. (29-23). Service error. The Dons are still alive. Well, they got their perhaps best server ready to go in Rebecca Ream. Trimpey setting up Houston left side. Acevedo with a dig. Ream with a big swing, and Muehlbauer digs it out. The battle at the net goes to the
good
Dons.
block.
Karen Parker at the net. 29-25. Stranger things have happened.
Oh, yeah. Now you're just thinking 6 more.
Got to go one at a time. Trippy, left side for Houston. Nice dig by Schwartz. Acevedo. Muehlbauer with a dig. Back to Houston. And the Dons cannot convert, and we're going to a game 4. Western Illinois wins game 3, 30-25. They now trail the match 2 games to 1. Game 4 coming up after this timeout. You're watching IPFW Women's Volleyball on CATV.
I've gone away to a college where the class size is small.
I've gone away to a college with a beautiful campus.
I've gone away to a college that cares about diversity.
I've gone away to a college where I get to live in my own apartment instead of living in a dorm room.
I've gone away to a college that really isn't that far away at all.
I go to IPFW.
IPFW.
I go to IPFW.
To find out more about college life at IPFW, go to our website. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
The power's out, but your food safety plan is on. Don't open the fridge. Foods will be safe for up to 4 hours if the door stays closed. Keep the freezer shut too. If it's full, the food will stay frozen for about 2 days. When power returns, make sure freezer foods have ice crystals and check fridge foods with a food thermometer to make sure they're at 40 degrees or below. If not, or if there's any doubt, throw it out. Learn more at www.askkaren.gov or call the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Meat and Poultry Hotline at 1-888-MP Hotline.
What's it like when you hear your calling? Will you remember where you were? Will you ignore it? Or will you listen? What if it calls you to go halfway around the world? To share your skills? To serve people you've never met? To do things you never thought you could? What will you do when you hear your calling? Peace Corps. Life is calling. How far will you go?
Welcome back, everybody, to Summit League Women's Volleyball. Tonight from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW. We're heading into Game 4 of our best-of-5 match between IPFW and Western Illinois. IPFW winning games 1 and 2, but Western comes back, Kent Mitchell, and wins Game 3, 30-25, and a couple of players really stood out for the Western wins in Game 3.
Yeah, Baker had 8 kills, Houston had 5. And I think those are 2 players you don't want to get on a roll. You want to eliminate them as much as possible. So I think that IPFW's got to be mindful that they're going to get some sets again, and they got to block better on those 2 players.
Well, there you see the scores again. IPFW winning Game 1, 30-21, and Game 2, 30-23. But it's Western Illinois in Game 3, 30-25, and now we go to Game 4. And Western Illinois will serve first, and it will be Elise Ciernak, a 5'6" sophomore out of Chicago. And let's see if the Western Winds can build on their momentum from Game 3. Game 4 is underway. Dominiak setting up Jessica Miller. Off the touch, a good start for the Dons.
Very good start.
We talked about it during the break, Kid. IPFW could ill afford to fall behind 8-1 like they did in Game 3.
No, they've got to come out, and they've really got to get into their game plan, be mindful of what they're doing, and score points.
Peachy Jankowski, the senior from Metro Detroit, to serve. Trimpe setting up Donnelly. Nice dig by Rebecca Raymond. Dominiak almost had the kill in the backcourt. Miller finds the open spot. Now, Lindsay Muehlbauer denied Jessica Dominiak a kill, but it is 2-0 here, IPFW. Jankowski. Oh, service error. That is the 10th service error on IPFW tonight. They have 2 service aces, and Western Illinois yet to have a service ace, but they have committed 6 service errors. Sarah Trimpe serving it up for Western. Schlinvine off the touch gets the point for IPFW. What a match that Mayara Schlinvine has played.
She is just she had a good match last weekend. She's having a great match. Her and Jessica Miller and Ream are really carrying this team right now offensively.
Donnelly swings wide left, and it's a 4-1 IPFW lead. Jessica Dominiak will continue to serve. Trimpe throwing it up for Sauerwein. Nice block by Rebecca Ream. 5-1 Mastodons.
You know, Kelly Hartley called a timeout at 3-0. I wonder when this coach will call her first timeout.
Good block by Jessica Miller. 6-1 IPFW. Talk about coming out with a purpose here in game 4. Service error, however.
And that's the 2 points that Western has are both from service error.
Emily Harrison in off the bench to serve for the Western Winds. Dominiak for Miller, wide right, and it's 6-3.
You know, as a coach, we've made 3 errors, given them 3 points, and as a coach, those unforced errors, you just drive you nuts.
Dominiak short set for Ream off the touch. Baker couldn't control it. That's a big point for IPFW.
It is.
Stretches the lead to 4. And Jessica Miller will serve. And she served it long and wide. Seven to 4. Amy Sauerwein will serve for Western. And this is game 4 of our best of 5 match. IPFW leads 2-1. Dominiak throwing it up for Schlinvine. Dug out by Baker. Houston mishit it. Tough break for Monique Houston.
Yeah, that wasn't a good set. The setter really pushed that ball too far out, and she wasn't in a position to get it in the court.
Mayara Schlinvine with a 3-step jump serve. Trimpe setting up Houston left side, partial block. Martins in the backcourt. Sauerwein digs it out. Here is Houston, and again, left side. Schwartz with the dig. Ream, yes. Rebecca Ream picks up her 12th kill of the night. 9-4 IPFW here in game 4. Schlinvine with the serve. Baker and Martins off the touch, blocks it nicely.
Nice job.
And that time the senior Sonora Martins knew how to position herself for the block.
She just pushed that ball back in, went off the Western player.
Big serve for Mayara Schlinvine. It's 11-4. And timeout called by Kim McKay of Western Illinois. Well, when we talk about the upcoming schedule for IPFW on the women's side, after tonight they will travel on Sunday down I-69 to Indianapolis to take on the Jaguars of IUPUI. And if they qualify 1 week from tonight, the Summit League 2007 conference tournament to take place on this very floor. Semifinal action at 5 and 7:30 p.m. with the championship match scheduled for November 17th, a week from tomorrow at 3 p.m. And IPFW, Kent Mitchell, would love to be a participant. Among other reasons, there's an NCAA bid waiting for the winner of the conference tournament.
Wouldn't that just be awesome if IPFW could get that bid? First year in a conference and get to go to the big dance. That's something special that these kids would never forget.
Well, they have won 3 national independent championships in the last 5 years, but a little bit different winning the independent championship as opposed to going for the whole enchilada. Now let's see what happens after the timeout. Mayara Schlinvine will continue to serve. Sauerwein digs it out. Long run for Trimpe. Here's Houston. Dug out by Schwartz. Oh, good block by Aaron Frick. And it's 11-5 IPFW. Ashley Baker will serve. Dominiak going for Ream. Yeah, somehow Baker kept it alive. How did that happen? pinball time. Sour wine. Here's Houston. Schwartz with a dig. Dominiak going for Martins. Muehlbauer with a dig. A long rally. Dominiak going back to Sonara Martins. Sour wine with a nice dig. Back and forth we go.
Out.
Long is the swing by Aaron Frick. 12-5 our score. IPFW on top, and Rebecca Ream to serve. Big serve. Here is Houston.
Ooh.
Nice swing by Monique Houston.
Very nice swing. Went right in between the blockers for a kill. Gives her 11th kill.
More importantly, it brings Western to within 6 at 12-6. And here's libero Lindsay Muehlbauer to serve. Dominiak setting up Parker, blocked by Donnelly. And off the touch.
Yep.
Well, that time IPFW got the point.
Yeah, actually the ball went between the blocker and the net and rolled down on their side.
Sonara Martins will serve for the Dons. Trimpe setting up Houston.
Oh.
Nearly a block by Parker,
And
but
there-
unsuccessful.
And there you saw the same thing happen to us. The ball hits the blocker, rolls between the blocker and the net, and hits the floor.
13-7 IPFW. Dominiak going cross court for Miller. Trimpe keeps it alive. Sour wine with the kill. 13-8. Western not going down without a fight. Deep serve handled by Ream. Dominiak is blocked by Sour wine. Battle at the net. Miller throws it back. It is about a foot long.
I just wonder if Kelly Hartley will be calling a timeout here pretty soon.
13-9.
What's the point run?
Well, it was 13-6. That was 13-9. Miller off the touch. That will no, it doesn't. It must hit the pole. It hit the pole. Not an IPFW point. Kylie Hervey, junior out of Indianapolis Pike High School, in for Taryn Parker. Monique Houston again with a serve. Dominiak going to Miller, and that's blocked. And it's 13-11.
Kelly
and now
Hartley's
Kelly
coming.
Hartley calls timeout. We'll take one as well. 13-11. The lead cut to 2. This is IPFW Women's Volleyball on CATV.
Thing you need, paper, pencils.
We only ask that you do your best.
And make you a snack.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Welcome back, everybody, to IPFW Women's Volleyball, along with Concordia Lutheran varsity volleyball coach Kent Mitchell. I'm Mike Moss. Game 4 of our best of 5 stats. Other home events coming up. Well, for the women's basketball team, they're going to be in Lubbock, Texas on Tuesday night. Men's basketball has the home opener on Thursday against Valparaiso. They open up at Wisconsin on Sunday. And, of course, the Summit League Volleyball Championship next Friday and Saturday. Back to the action here. Big swing for Donnelly, and Ream comes up with a dig. Here is Rebecca Ream, and it hits the net and comes backwards. It is now 13-12. It was 13-6. Western Illinois on a 6-0 run, and they're going to serve to try to tie this game 4 up. Martins digs out the serve. Miller, and it's wide left, and we are tied. What a turn of events.
We're just making too many mistakes. We're giving them free points, and we got to take care of the ball a little better.
Monique Houston continues to serve. Dominiak going to Jessica Miller. Yes! Well-placed shot by Jessica Miller. snaps a 7-0 run by Western Illinois. More importantly, gives IPFW both the lead and the serve. Coming up by Peachy Jankowski. Okay. Sauerwein blocked by Dominiak. Nice block by Jessica Dominiak, and now it's 15-13. A touch of breathing room for IPFW. Donnelly, nice dig by Martins. Dominiak setting up Miller, and that's blocked by Sauerwein. And Western comes away with the point. (15-14). Sarah Trimpe to serve. Martins digs it out. Dominiak cross court to Schlinvine. Yes, on the line. Point for Schlinvine, and Kent Mitchell, that is a season and career high for the freshman. 18 kills in the match tonight.
Hey, you know, that's very nice to hear that, because that means that she is coming into her game, and we get in the tournament. That's good news. Very good news.
Trimpe setting up Baker. Nice take by Martins. Dominiak, double hit. Oh, tough break for Jessica Dominiak.
Jessica's just got to move on, not worry about it.
And you see Kim McKay, coach for Western Illinois. IPFW's lead cut to 1, 16-15. Dominiak going right side for Miller. Long, and we're tied at 16. Western trying to send this match into a game 5, something they've been used to this year. They've been in 11 of them. And a service saves fortuitous break. Harrison serve hit the tape. Dribbled down before Martins could cleanly get it. And IPFW calls timeout. Now trailing 17-16. Second and final allotted timeout used up by Kelly Hartley Hutton. What a swing of events there, Kent, because IPFW seemingly in control at 13-6. Next thing you know, it's tied at 13.
Yeah. It goes to show how focused you have to be in this game. You have to be mindful of what you're doing, what the other team's doing, and you have to take care of business. And there's no little things in volleyball. Everything has to be taken care of, and we just kind of let them get on a run, and we're not taking care of business. I think if I'm Kelly Hartley, I'm going to be saying, hey, this is what we got to do. We got to pass better, and we got to come into our offense.
I want to remind you, you can see a replay of tonight's match on Sunday, November the 11th at 9 o'clock on CATV. Again, this match between Western Illinois and IPFW. If you like it live, you'll like it even more on tape. Sunday at 9 o'clock, again, on CATV. Western Illinois leading 17-16 in game 4, trailing the match 2-1. Emily Harrison will continue to serve following the IPFW timeout. Dominiak setting up Schlinvine. Dug out by Ciernak. Other side to Baker. Blocked by Schlinvine. Big block by Mayara Schlinvine, Kent.
It's just wonderful. And, you know, she blocked, who was it, Baker? And Baker's one of those kids we don't want her to get on a roll.
Making her first appearance of the night, Christine Simon out of Bowling Green, Ohio. She's in to serve. Dominiak with the dig. Baker. And the Dons get it over again. Baker swings it long. The Dons get the point where it seemingly looked like it was lost. IPFW retakes the lead 18-17. Christine Simon, a 5'8" junior from Bowling Green, Ohio. Trimpe.
Oh, that's out.
The swing is wide by Frick. And now the IPFW lead is 19-17.
Now, if I'm IPFW blockers, I'm looking at Baker.
Set up for, they did.
Yep.
Dug out by Schlinvine. Ream with a big swing. Well, first you credit Mayara Schlinvine for diving and digging the ball out, and Rebecca Ream put it away. It's now 20-17. Frick dug out by Jankowski. Martins on the left side.
Oh, and it's down.
Nice change of pace by Sonara Martins.
Yeah.
And timeout called by Kim McKay of Western Illinois. Her team trails IPFW 21-17. Again, Kent, we can't stress the importance of this match. Both these teams 10-4 as we get a look at the replay of this last point. And the change of direction by Sonara Martins going a dig shot to the backcourt pays off.
You know, it's just one of those things where volleyball is just, I always call it hills and valleys. And you want to be on the hill more than you want to be in the valley. And IPFW came out of their timeout, got back on the hill, started playing good. And now Kim McKay's got to convince her team to come out of the valley. It's up to IPFW to stay on the hill.
Yeah, both teams now have exhausted their two allotted timeouts here in game 4. 21-17 IPFW. You see Kelly Hartley Hutton, associate head coach Steve Florio, and graduate assistant Fabiana Souza. And wouldn't Fabi like to be on the court right now?
I'll bet she would.
Christine Simon continues to serve.
Oh!
Somehow Western keeps it alive. Baker with a big swing. Dug out by Schlinvine. Mayara on the return pass gets the kill. Well, the Dons nearly got the break when the ball hit the net, trickled down, but Baker saved it. But Mayara Schlinvine picks up her 19th kill of the night.
And that's a key kill coming out of a timeout. Unfortunately, we had a service error.
Makes our score 22-18 IPFW. Amy Sauerwein will serve for Western Illinois. Jankowski digs it out. Schlinvine again is blocked wide by Frick and Houston.
Tool the block. We hit the ball off the blocker's hand. The ball went out of bounds.
Schlinvine with that three-step jump serve into the net. Not what you want to see at this time of the game. So the IPFW lead cut to 4, 23-19. Ashley Baker, big jump serve. Dominiak setting up Martins. Muehlbauer digs it out. Nice block by Kylie Hervey. The junior from Indianapolis makes her presence felt. Rebecca Ream to serve. Muehlbauer digs it. Trippy setting up Houston. Handcuffing Simon, and Western comes up with the point.
We just didn't get over and up fast enough on that block.
Monique Houston now with 13 kills on the night. Lindsay Muehlbauer to serve, and she serves it wide and into the net.
I think Kim McKay's pretty frustrated with that.
25-20 IPFW. Jessica Miller in for Christine Simon, and Sonara Martins, the senior out of Belo Horizonte, Brazil, to serve. Dug out by Muehlbauer. Houston, that's dug out. Miller, yes. Jessica Miller picks up her 19th kill. She's quietly come up with 19 kills tonight. And the Dons are 4 points away from closing this one out, but
that was close.
Is the serve. 26-21 the score. Western trailing by 5. Monique Houston to serve. Kelly Hartley Hutton, Steve Florio looking on. Dominiak going for Jessica Miller. Muehlbauer digs it out. Trimpey throws it up for Sauerwein. Hervey dug out by Baker. Battle at the net. And they're going to call a lift on IPFW.
Yeah, good call. Just you got to beat the other person to the ball and push harder, and she just kind of got under the ball.
Monique Houston dug out the serve by Dominiak changes up. Martins dug out the serve. Dominiak attacking rather than set. 27-22 IPFW. Peachy Jankowski will serve. Donnelly will get the kill. She now has 6 kills. She had 22 against North Dakota State last Saturday night. Sarah Trimpe to serve. Dominiak setting up Schlinvine. Dug out by Muehlbauer. Donnelly, nice dig by Rebecca Ream. Martins with a
nice
dig. Dominiak setting up Miller. Yes!
Oh,
Jessica
man.
Miller hit it. Trimpe couldn't catch it. And it's 28-23 IPFW.
You know, Miller took a really fast approach at that. Looked like she was going to hit hard and then just tipped it over.
Jessica Dominiak serving. Trimpe setting up Donnelly. Dug out by Dominiak. Battle at the net. Jankowski keeps it alive. Miller, tough angle. And she hit the pole. The point goes to Western. Tough angle there for Jessica Miller.
Yeah, Sut was on the other side of the antenna and trying to cut that back. She just didn't have enough room.
Emily Harrison in to serve for the Western Winds. They trail 28-24. Dominiak setting up Schlinvine. Why not? Off of Trimpe. And we are at match point. 21 kills for the freshman Mayara Schlinvine. IPFW brings Christine Simon in, and they're going to serve for the match. Dug out by Muehlbauer. Baker, Jankowski with a dig. Martins, that's dug out by Simon.
And it's coming back.
Schlinvine, putting it away is Frick on the block. Western's still alive. 29-25, Monique Houston in for Elise Ciernak. Amy Sauerwein to serve. Another match point. Dominiak for Ream, and Muehlbauer digs it out. Uh-oh, at the net.
Oh,
big swing. Muehlbauer keeps it alive. Houston, dug out by Ream. Baker goes deep, and she'll get the point, finding the open spot in the backcourt.
I think Kelly Hartley's got, I think the Dons have a timeout. I'm not real sure or not.
Nope, she's already used it. She used it when they were down 17-16. 29-26. Schlinvine again. Yes! And IPFW pulls it out, winning game 4, 30-26, winning this match 3 games to 1. They improved to 11-4 in the conference and 18-10 overall. Western drops to 10-5 in the Summit League and 14-14 for the season. What a match. The Dons take care of business on the home court. Players and coaches congratulating each other. Quite the match. We'll take a break, come back and recap it. Again, IPFW wins this match 3 games to 1, and we'll be back in a moment right here on CATV.
Pizza! I must eat. Wait, what is this? Capsicum annum? Agaricus bisporus? Allium cepa?
Can we eat this?
Peppers, mushrooms, and onions. Eat your pizza, man.
Honey.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
You might be surprised to know the biggest dangers your pet faces are everyday dangers, like drinking from puddles, being boarded, squirrels in the park, and fleas and ticks. Being a pet is risky business. That's why it's important for every pet to receive a risk assessment and wellness exam twice a year. A risk assessment from your veterinary professionals helps create a unique risk profile for your dog or cat. Your veterinarian can then develop a disease protection plan that's right for your pet and the disease threats in your area. Best of all, twice-a-year exams help your veterinarian detect, treat, or prevent health problems before they become serious. So reduce the risks. Contact your veterinarian today for your pet's wellness exam, because being a pet is risky business. A message from the American Veterinary Medical Association and your local veterinarians. What can dinosaur tracks teach us about those long extinct creatures? On this month's edition of IPFW Up Close, we'll discuss Professor Jim Farlow's recent trip to Spain to track those tracks. Do teachers teach differently from one country to another? Professor Jeff Nowak was in Macedonia this summer teaching teachers to teach. We'll talk to him about that experience and about the new NISTEM program. And we'll talk with the campus coordinator of the United Way Fund Drive to find out more about where your contributions are going. Join me, Susan Alderman, for IPFW Up Close, Sundays at noon.
Welcome back, everybody. IPFW victorious tonight over Western Illinois. Kent Mitchell. We got a few highlights to show our viewers here. Dons came out to play, especially in games 1, 2, and 4. Monique Houston with the swing. Gets a kill there. Star of the night, Mayara Schlinvine, without a doubt.
22 kills, hit 311.
Here are some of the team numbers. IPFW with more kills, 71-45, more assists, 69-45, more digs, 89-77, more blocks, 15-12. In spite of hitting under the Mendoza line, 191, Western Illinois hit just 100 tonight. So the Dons led in the categories. Individually, Mayara Schlinvine, a career-high 22 kills, Jessica Miller 20, Rebecca Ream 13, and for Western, Ashley Baker with 16, and Monique Houston with 13. Again, IPFW wins this match 3-1. They go to 11-4. Looks good for next week, but we still have one more match on Sunday. Final quick thought, Kent?
Hey, I just thought that even though they kind of had a setback in Game 3, they came out in Game 4, started out really strong. They had a few errors there and made it interesting, and then boom, we got the last couple points.
We'd like to thank at this time the CAT TV production crew, the IPFW athletic staff, the city of Fort Wayne, Comcast Cablevision, and especially the IPFW Office of University Relations and Communications for their contributions to this College Access Television sports telecast. This telecast does IPFW Sports is copyrighted and is the sole property of the College Access Television and IPFW. Unauthorized duplication, exhibition, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this event without express written consent is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed this telecast of IPFW Sports, and we thank you once again for joining us tonight. For Kent Mitchell, this is Mike Moss saying so long for now. Again, IPFW wins this match 30-21, 30-23, 25-30, and 30-26. Catch the replay Sunday night at 9 o'clock. And for Kent, again, this is Mike. Have yourselves a great night as we say good night from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW.